the problem, though, and this happened just now, when we start to talk about money, we start to talk about profit, everyone just turns off. They just do. It's not something that we're excited to talk about unless you're making it, right? But
I think that's changing, though, Erin.
But I mean, it's changing, but also like, okay, so what's a healthy profit margin? What is one? In architecture, what do we think is a healthy profit margin? The AIA has a number to this, by the way. What is a healthy profit margin for an architectural services firm? Just throw one out there. 15, 20%. Okay, so what's a healthy profit margin if you're a venture capitalist investing in a company that you want to make money on?
Oh, it's like 10, 20, 30.
What's a realistic one for a law firm?
40.
Close. McKinsey, management consulting, what are their profit margins typically? 35 is McKinsey usually. 35 is McKinsey, yeah. You have a healthcare range between usually 12 and 35. Lawyers are usually around 40 to 50. Right? These are national averages across spectrums, right? So I'm sure there are law firms that are 10x that, and there are law firms that are like not that, right? So the majority of firms coming out of the recession around like 2015, 2016, 2017 were operating at 10% profit margin. The AIA said they were doing really well at 20, and I think you are just paying your bills at 20, and you maybe can have a few months where you don't get paid. That's just not healthy. Why is that like lauded as okay? That's not okay. And I shouldn't have to pay $400 for a report to tell me that. Someone should tell me in school that that's not okay. And frankly, and it doesn't just have to be about money. The way I talk about this with my students is that, because in school, hopefully you're in a position where you don't have to worry so much about money and eating, right? But in school, what's really valuable to you is your time. It's finite, right? There's only so many hours in the day, right? And whether you want to bill by the hour or not, if you think about, okay, you learned really early on, if I can just stay up another hour, it'll be perfect. Or I can produce this other drawing and everyone will love it. And then maybe they look at it, maybe it makes or breaks the entire project, or maybe they don't. But we learn that our sort of reward system is that I'm gonna stay up and I'm gonna do that. So when I was working at Studio Gang, we built a model, even though the competition said that they weren't gonna reimburse us for models. Why? They lost. Why? Yeah, they got to second, and yeah, they were competing with another French firm, and Jeannie's brilliant, but why? Why was that like a good idea? There's a pleasure reward system that says like, if I can do this and I can just get this project and I'll just accept it, and that's just not okay. So make it okay to talk about what profit is, what's a healthy amount of time to spend on something.
I'm going to ask one question. Yes.